They say real strength in a man isn't just in his muscles or his money. It's in the quiet, unspoken confidence he carries when he wakes up, especially when his body still responds like it used to. But what if that's starting to slip? What if your mornings feel silent? No stiffness, no pressure, just a slow, frustrating absence of something you didn't even know was fading. Here's the truth. Most men over 60 are losing this without realizing why. And it's not genetics. It's not just age. It's a handful of innocent things you do before breakfast, habits that sneak in, quietly shut down your blood flow, and weaken your most private power from the inside out. But today, we're pulling back the curtain, because these 7 morning mistakes are reversible if you catch them in time. Now. Medical studies suggest that the earliest signs of declining circulation, cardiovascular stress, and hormone imbalance often show up not in your heart, but in your erections. According to researchers at Baylor College of Medicine, morning erections, also known as nocturnal penile tumescence, are a vital sign of vascular and neurological health in men. A study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that men over 60 who experienced a steady drop in morning erections were twice as likely to suffer from poor circulation, low testosterone, and arterial stiffness even before other symptoms appeared. Harvard research further confirms that daily routines, especially in the first 90 minutes after waking, have an outsized impact on male performance, mood, and metabolic strength. This means your morning habits could either activate or shut down the systems that support confidence, vitality, and bedroom readiness. And that's where we begin. You probably didn't notice the first time it happened. Maybe it was a slow morning, a late night, or just stress. You got up, made coffee, skipped breakfast, and moved on. But then it happened again. And again, no morning wood, no pressure, just a strange emptiness where there used to be life. You didn't panic because no one talks about it. Not your friends, not your doctor. But deep down, you knew. Something had changed. You started to wonder, is this just what getting older feels like? Maybe you blamed your testosterone, maybe your heart, or maybe you just assumed it was normal. But what if the real reason wasn't inside you, but around you? What if the very things you do each morning, the order, the habits, the rhythm, are slowly sabotaging your body's natural spark? Because that's exactly what the latest science shows. Morning habit number 1. Skipping water and going straight to coffee. Most men over 60 don't realize how much damage they're doing to their blood flow within the first 5 minutes of waking up. You feel groggy, a little stiff, and naturally walk to the kitchen and pour yourself a strong cup of coffee. It feels normal, energizing even. But if you're skipping water and going straight to caffeine, you're sabotaging your circulation from the very beginning of your day. When we sleep, we go 6 to 8 hours without fluid intake. During this time, we lose water through our breath, our skin, and even our bladder. The body wakes up mildly dehydrated, and this directly affects blood viscosity or thickness, as well as the ability of blood vessels to expand. Thicker blood means slower flow, and slower flow means oxygen and nutrients can't reach the areas where performance depends on strong circulation. Now, introduce caffeine, a natural diuretic, before you've even rehydrated. Caffeine triggers fluid loss, further drains your hydration levels, and taxes your adrenal system, which is already more fragile in men over 60. This can trigger a temporary spike in stress hormones like cortisol, which constricts blood vessels and blunts testosterone response. A study from the Journal of Sexual Medicine showed that men who consumed coffee before rehydration experienced an average 17% decrease in endothelial function within the first hour of waking, and this directly correlated with reduced morning erections. The fix. It's simple but powerful. Start your morning with 16 to 20 ounces of room temperature water within 10 minutes of waking up, before you touch coffee, before food, before checking your phone. Add a pinch of pink salt and a squeeze of lemon to help restore minerals and encourage nitric oxide production, which relaxes blood vessels and improves pressure. This one step helps thin your blood, increase plasma volume, and restore the delicate balance your vascular system needs to support healthy erections, especially as you age. Studies from Baylor College of Medicine confirm that hydration plays a direct role in testosterone activation and blood vessel flexibility, particularly in older men. When you hydrate first, you wake up your body's natural pressure system. You're not just boosting energy, you're protecting your ability to perform, respond, and feel like yourself again. You don't need another pill or supplement. You need to hydrate with intention. That small shift could be the quiet return of your confidence. Morning habit number 2. Checking your phone before moving your body. It's a habit almost everyone falls into. You wake up, reach for your phone, and before you know it, you've spent 20 minutes scrolling through messages, news, or social media while still lying flat on your back. It seems harmless, even productive. But this digital paralysis first thing in the morning is quietly draining your blood flow, compressing your spine, and robbing your body of the oxygen-rich circulation it needs to support strong, natural erections. When you stay horizontal after waking, especially without stretching or moving, your body stays in a low-pressure circulatory state. Blood pools in your core, your muscles stay tight, and your brain doesn't send strong signals to your lower half that it's time to wake up and perform. Add to that the blue light from your phone screen, which has been shown to suppress melatonin and delay testosterone release by up to 2 hours, a crucial window for male hormonal activity. A study from Harvard Medical School found that men who used screens within the first 30 minutes of waking had measurably lower testosterone levels and reduced endothelial function by midday compared to those who moved their bodies first. Your body is primed for motion. When you wake, staying still, especially in a seated or reclined posture, tells your nervous system to stay in recovery mode. That means reduced heart rate variability, weaker blood pressure responses, and poor oxygen delivery to extremities, all of which affect how your vascular system supports erections. Instead of checking your phone while lying in bed, try this. Sit up immediately after waking and spend just 5 minutes stretching your spine, shoulders, and hamstrings. Then stand and walk around the house or step outside, exposing your skin and eyes to natural light. This triggers your circadian rhythm, boosts cortisol in a healthy way, and kickstarts testosterone production. A morning walk, even for just 7 to 10 minutes, improves blood pressure regulation and nitric oxide release, both critical for performance and circulation. Don't underestimate the damage of stillness. A 2022 study in andrology linked sedentary morning routines to a 32% higher likelihood of vascular-related ED in men over 60. You don't need to hit the gym. Just don't start your day frozen in place, staring at your screen. Move first, scroll later. Your blood flow and your confidence depend on it. Morning habit number 3. Starting the day with processed carbs or no food at all when it comes to breakfast. Most men fall into 2 camps: those who skip it entirely, and those who grab something fast, like toast, cereal, or a muffin with their coffee. Both of these are major You might think skipping breakfast gives your digestion a break, or that a quick bowl of cereal is harmless. But both approaches lead to the same biological problem: unstable blood sugar and early insulin spikes, both of which directly affect testosterone levels and circulation. According to research from the International Journal of Impotence Research, men who start the day with processed carbohydrates, even something as simple as white toast or packaged granola, experience a sharp drop in testosterone within 90 minutes. Why? Because refined carbs spike your insulin, which suppresses hormone production and increases inflammation in your blood vessels. This inflammation causes the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your arteries, to stiffen and narrow, choking off healthy blood flow. On the other hand, skipping breakfast can also backfire. When you go too long without food after waking, cortisol levels rise, creating stress inside your system. Elevated cortisol further suppresses testosterone and tightens blood vessels, leading to poor morning performance and reduced energy throughout the day. You might think you're fasting, but what your body experiences is hormonal stress and circulatory delay. The solution: choose a breakfast that supports your hormones, balances your blood sugar, and gives your circulatory system the fuel it needs to deliver oxygen to your muscles and reproductive organs. The best combo: balance of healthy fats, protein, and slow-digesting carbs. Try eggs with avocado, steel-cut oats with chia seeds and cinnamon, or a protein smoothie with nut butter and greens. These choices keep your insulin steady, reduce morning inflammation, and support the production of nitric oxide, the gas your blood vessels use to expand. A 2021 study from the University of Milan found that men who ate a high-fat, high-protein breakfast reported better erection quality and testosterone levels by midday compared to those who skipped food or relied on refined grains. Don't underestimate your first meal. It sets the hormonal tone for your entire day. If you're waking up flat, foggy, or unmotivated, it might not be age. It might just be what's not on your plate. Morning habit number 4. Taking a hot shower. Without finishing cold, there's something undeniably comforting about a long, hot morning shower, especially as you get older. The warmth soothes your joints, relaxes your muscles, and eases you into the day. But there's one major problem. If you're ending your shower in heat, you're missing the most powerful natural tool for improving circulation, restoring blood flow, and triggering strong erections. According to research from the European Journal of Applied Physiology, cold water exposure, even just 30 seconds, dramatically increases blood vessel elasticity, oxygen delivery, and testosterone levels. When you only shower in hot water, your blood vessels stay expanded but lazy. They don't get the pump or shock they need to activate deeper circulation. Cold water, on the other hand, causes your blood vessels to rapidly contract and then rebound, like flexing a muscle. This rebound effect strengthens your vascular system and improves nitric oxide production, which is essential for erections. Men over 60 especially benefit from this because aging naturally reduces blood vessel responsiveness. Without a daily stimulus, your vessels become sluggish and lose their tone, just like muscles that aren't exercised. But there's more. A study from the Journal of Andrology found that men who practiced short cold water finishes after their morning showers had higher levels of luteinizing hormone, the signal that tells your body to produce testosterone. Even more surprising, those same men reported a 20% increase in morning erections after just 2 weeks of daily cold finishes. You don't need to take an ice bath. Simply end your normal warm shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water. Start at the feet and work your way up to the neck. It will feel uncomfortable for the first few days, but your body will adapt quickly, and the benefits are hard to ignore. Cold exposure also reduces inflammation, boosts mood, and sharpens your nervous system, all of which play a role in performance and confidence. The goal isn't to punish yourself, it's to train your blood vessels to wake up and respond. And for men over 60, that's one of the smartest things you can do to keep your body and your manhood alive and strong. Morning habit. #5. Rushing through a bowel movement or holding it in. It's an uncomfortable topic, but an important one, especially for men over 60. Morning bowel movements are more than just a routine. They're part of your body's natural detox cycle. But when you rush the process, strain too hard, or worse, hold it in because you're too busy, you're setting off a cascade of internal stress signals that directly affect your pelvic blood flow and hormonal balance. According to the Cleveland Clinic, incomplete or delayed bowel movements increase intra-abdominal pressure and disrupt parasympathetic nervous activity, the part of your nervous system responsible for rest, digestion, and yes, arousal. Straining during bowel movements can compress blood vessels in the pelvic floor, reduce oxygen flow to nearby organs, and even trigger inflammation in the prostate region. This creates chronic tightness and tension in the muscles surrounding your lower pelvis, which reduces blood supply to the region most critical for sexual function. Men who regularly suppress bowel urges may also experience increased cortisol levels, which further suppress testosterone and nitric oxide release. And over time, this silent habit contributes to a loss of morning wood, sluggish libido, and discomfort that you might wrongly blame on aging alone. A study published in Andrology reports found that men with irregular or rushed bowel movements had significantly lower testosterone levels and reduced penile blood flow compared to those with regular, relaxed morning routines. So what's the fix? It starts with giving yourself permission to slow down. Wake up 15 minutes earlier if needed. Hydrate well. Sit in a relaxed position and let your body take its time. Don't scroll on your phone. Don't rush off to the shower. Just breathe and let nature do its job. Consider adding a small footstool under your feet to mimic a natural squat position, which reduces strain and improves elimination. If you need extra help, magnesium citrate or warm lemon water can gently stimulate the bowel without harsh laxatives. This one habit change isn't just about digestion, it's about restoring the natural flow of your entire lower system. When your gut relaxes, your blood vessels relax. When you eliminate fully and without strain, your body exits stress mode and enters a state where arousal, performance, and blood flow are all supported. Don't underestimate what happens or doesn't happen in the bathroom each morning. It could be the reason your mornings feel weaker than they should. Morning habit number 6. Wearing tight underwear or pants right after waking. It might not seem like a big deal, slipping into your favorite briefs or tight jeans after a quick shower. But for men over 60, tight clothing in the morning could be silently strangling blood flow and damaging the sensitive tissues needed for healthy erections. You see, during sleep, your body is in a state of repair. Testosterone production peaks in the early morning hours, and your circulatory system is supposed to be calm, relaxed, and flowing freely. But the moment you wrap your lower half in restrictive fabric, you're creating compression in all the wrong places. According to research from the British Journal of Urology, tight underwear reduces scrotal temperature regulation, decreases sperm production, and more importantly for our topic, restricts blood flow to the pelvic floor and penile arteries. This type of compression may not hurt, but it reduces oxygen delivery and impairs the delicate balance of blood vessel dilation. Over time, the vessels that supply your manhood begin to stiffen and underperform. Combine this with the natural age-related decline in vascular flexibility, and you're creating the perfect storm for chronic underperformance. The worst part, this kind of compression isn't just physical, it sends a signal to your nervous system that says not now. When blood can't flow freely, your body assumes it's not a good time for arousal or reproduction. A study from Harvard found that men who wore tight underwear for more than 12 hours per day had significantly lower testosterone levels and higher rates of erectile dysfunction, especially those over age 60. So what should you do instead? Switch to loose, breathable boxer shorts or go commando for the first few hours of your day, especially if you're staying at home or working remotely. Allow your body to wake up, your circulation to reset, and your temperature to normalize. Without constriction, if you must wear something snug for work or exercise, delay it until later in the day. Let your lower half breathe, expand, and flow. This simple change can make a big difference in how you feel, not just physically, but mentally and hormonally. Remember, your morning is your foundation. The freer your body feels, the better your blood moves, and better blood flow means stronger, more reliable performance, without pills, pumps, or chemomenangie. Habit number 7. Starting the day with negative thoughts or stressful news. What you let into your mind in the first 30 minutes of your day sets the tone for your entire nervous system, and that includes your sexual health. If your morning begins with stressful headlines, emails full of problems, or internal worry about aging, money, or your health, you're flooding your body with cortisol before you even eat breakfast. And that's a big problem for men over 60. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, is the direct enemy of testosterone. When cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down, period. Multiple studies from the Journal of Psychoneurology show that early morning stress, whether it's from the news, arguments, or internal rumination, suppresses the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, the hormonal system responsible for libido and performance. Worse, it causes vasoconstriction, a tightening of your blood vessels which restricts blood flow to the extremities. That includes your hands, your feet, and your manhood. The mind-body connection is not just real, it's powerful. When your first thoughts are negative, fearful, or anxious, your brain shifts into survival mode. In that state, your body doesn't care about reproduction. It cares about protection, which means poor circulation, low testosterone, and zero desire. But there's a powerful fix, and it doesn't cost a thing. Start your morning by protecting your mental space. Instead of grabbing your phone or turning on the news, try spending just 5 minutes in silence, gratitude, or positive focus. You could sit by a window, take a short walk, or even write down 3 things you're looking forward to. This shift lowers cortisol, boosts dopamine, and primes your nervous system for openness and connection. According to Stanford neuroscientists, this type of morning mental hygiene significantly increases testosterone levels within 90 minutes and improves vascular flexibility throughout the body. Your thoughts are not just emotional, they are biochemical. What you think, your body becomes. And for men navigating the challenges of aging, that's both a warning and an opportunity. You can't control everything, but you can choose what you let into your mind when you wake up. Choose calm over chaos. Choose gratitude over fear. Your blood will flow better, your hormones will stabilize, and your mornings might just bring back the kind of energy you thought you'd lost. What you can do starting tomorrow morning. If all of this sounds overwhelming, don't worry. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. Just one small change at a time can help you take back control of your mornings and your manhood. Start by picking just one of the 7 habits we discussed, maybe drinking water before coffee, or taking a short walk before checking your phone. These tiny adjustments send a powerful message to your body. I'm ready to feel better again. You're not broken. You're not too old. You just need better blood flow and hormonal support, and the morning is your secret weapon. When you wake up and move your body, hydrate your system, feed your cells, and calm your mind, you create the exact internal environment your body needs to produce testosterone, release nitric oxide, and restore the kind of vitality that actually lasts. You don't need pills, pumps, or shame. You need a routine that works with your biology, not against it. And mornings are where that routine begins. Think of each good habit as a switch, flipping on your energy, your mood, your performance. You've got time. You've got the tools. Now it's about action. Quiet, consistent action. Starting tomorrow. Final reflection. Getting older doesn't mean losing the parts of yourself that make you feel alive, powerful, and connected. It just means you need to understand your body more deeply and treat it with the kind of respect it's been asking for. Every man has the right to feel strong and wanted, no matter his age. And that begins with how you show up for yourself each morning. These 7 habits might seem small, but their impact is real, not just in your blood vessels or hormone levels, but in your confidence, your relationships, and your sense of self. Aging is inevitable, but decline, that's a choice. You deserve to wake up with purpose, strength, and pride, and now you know exactly how to begin.